There's literally a kangaroo outside my back door. I have no idea what is going to happen this week. I've just finished a week locum stint in this random rural town that I've never heard of. I had an amazing week, probably one of the most chill weeks I've ever had in medicine. And now I'm driving to another hospital about 45 minutes away, and I'll be working there for a week as well. I'm told it's more busy than this hospital that I've just been in. I'm told the accommodation isn't as nice as what I've been staying in. So I'm a little bit apprehensive, but we'll see how it goes. I've got all my stuff packed. Let's do this. So I thought it'd be cool to check out a national park on my way to the next place, but Google Maps is just lying to me and I'm completely lost. So I've got about 30 minutes until sundown, and ideally I'd get to the next place before it gets dark. So I'm gonna sack off the national park and just go straight to the hospital. I've arrived at the hospital, time to get my keys and check out the accommodation. Got my key. So apparently the previous doctor forgot to hand their keys in for the unit I'm staying in. So they've had to move me to another unit. I'm gonna drive around and the nurse is gonna meet me there. And hopefully it's not a complete dive, fingers crossed. It's definitely more hospital accommodation vibes than the last place. Okay. A little bit more depressing than my previous one. I'll turn on the light in here. Yeah, so it's okay. Like, it's not the worst hospital accommodation I've ever stayed in. I will be staying with one other person, which is always not as nice, but I've got my own bedroom and ensuite, which is good. Just a shared kitchen and lounge area. So I actually was supposed to come here yesterday, but I asked if I could stay another day in the previous hospital accommodation. Thank God I did, because that was incredible. I'll definitely go back to that one. But this isn't too bad. Now I just need to do a grocery shop for the week. I think there's one grocery shop open at the moment and it closes in a couple of hours, so I better do that. Okay, so it's just gone 9 o'clock. I'm keeping my voice down a little bit because I do have a housemate now. Very funny, when I walked through the door, as soon as my housemate saw me, she was like, "Oh my God, I follow you on social media." So she already kind of knows who I am. Quite strange, but she seems like a really cool girl. I just made some dinner and we sat and had a chat for about an hour or so. She's also a locum doctor, so it was cool just sharing what we loved about the lifestyle, sharing our stories and stuff like that. And also it's nice to talk to someone because I've been kind of on my own the past week or so. So it's always nice to have a little bit of social interaction, although I would say I do prefer staying on my own. Anyway, first shift is tomorrow. I'm going to wind down now, just chill out for the rest of the evening, maybe read a book or something, and then we'll pick up tomorrow, probably after my first shift is done. Good night, I'll see you then. Thanks, how are you? Hi there, my name is Chris. I'm one of the PHOs at... So of course I had a bit of the pre-work jitters, a bit nervous to be in a new place, not knowing what it's going to be like. And I feel like my anxiety was just for this shift. I turn up, the nurse lets me in through the back door, and there's another GP there. He basically says, and then of course whilst trying to do a ward round, I'm also seeing patients coming through the ED, and they weren't just straightforward runny noses and sore throats. Thankfully, I do have quite a lot of experience, so I was able to manage most things, and I could escalate to the nearby bigger hospital. So I had to phone cardiology there, I had to phone orthopedics there, I had to phone the emergency consultant at the bigger hospital, which is about an hour away. because I wanted to transfer a patient. Yeah, it was just probably, it really reminded me of old NHS days. And if you watched my vlog last week, you probably realised how good of a time I had, how chill it was. And I think that's the thing with these rural locums, is that it's kind of like playing Russian roulette. They're a complete gamble. You can have an amazing time, or you can have maybe not one of the worst, but it was pretty bad. But yeah, it's only day one. Let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes. So another day. Thankfully today is a little bit less busy. I have admitted one sick patient to the ward from the emergency, but otherwise it's a lot more relaxed than yesterday. And also I know the inpatients from yesterday, so it's gone a little bit faster. I actually managed to finish the ward round in the morning rather than doing it late afternoon yesterday. One of the good things about staying in the hospital accommodation is that it's literally 2 minutes across the road and I can come home and make myself some lunch. I thought that was going to give some satisfying fizzle, but these hobs are just so bad. It's not even warm yet. Came back for lunch, but they've just called me back in to the hospital because apparently someone's sick, so heading back now. I'm not sure why, but when you leave the hospital for 5 minutes, the whole place burns down. So the gardener ran up to the accommodation. Oh, they're literally calling me now. Hey, it's Chris. Yep. So it's gone a bit lower. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have. I've got the form. I'll be back in a second. I've just come back to grab my stuff from the accommodation. Okay. Cheers. Bye. Great. You literally can't leave the hospital without the whole place burning down. And yeah, so yeah, the same gardener, he comes to accommodation. He knocks on the door, says the nurse really needs you, there's something going down. And to be fair, the patient who was kind of sick and was stabilised, he suddenly started dropping his oxygen levels, so had to go back, stabilise him. And at the same time, there was also a kid with, of course, which had to be shipped out to Bundaberg. So yeah, it just all seems to kick off as soon as you step foot outside the hospital. And even then, now I need to go back and review. Crazy. Honestly, I can't step out for 5 minutes. But I guess that's the joy of rural emergency medicine. I better get back. Okay, that's Tate. Fucking hell, day. Okay, that's day 2 done. A lot better than yesterday. I had kind of got to grips with things. I knew all the patients on the ward, and a lot less patients came through ED, albeit some very sick patients. So some pretty sick stuff, but it was manageable because there wasn't too many people coming through. And right now, I've just come out for a little drive to enjoy the sunset. The sky's looking pretty nice, and I just wanted to get off the hospital grounds for a bit. Don't really know what I'm doing, just wandering around. But yeah, if nothing exciting happens, I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, I just got a load of dogs attacking me from inside the car. I've just come for a little drive, and I think I've driven onto someone's property. Time to get out of here. Okay, that's day 3 done after the chaos of yesterday. Being called in on my lunch break twice. Today was a little bit more peaceful. We did actually have a sick patient come through. It wasn't major busy, but we had a patient which is a life-threatening emergency. But yeah, this patient was shipped off to the bigger hospital nearby. I don't know how he did, but we managed to stabilise him before he left, which was always a bonus. And now I'm back at the accommodation after a good shift, about to eat my dinner. The other thing is my housemate left today, which is great. Not that I don't like her or Didn't like her. She was a lovely lady. Also a locum doctor. Very similar vibe, except that she really froths medicine. I mean, like, she freaking loves it, which is cool. It's really refreshing to meet someone who is so passionate about medicine and really is grateful for the job that she's doing. Not that I'm not, but she's just very extreme. But I have to admit, I do really like my own space, mostly because I do a lot of weird shit. Like, I did a workout earlier just before dinner, doing some burpees in my underwear, and I do stuff like talk to this camera, which is a little bit awkward when you've got someone else living with you. So I'm glad I can do my weird stuff in peace. Even though I post all this weird stuff in front of thousands of people, for some reason it feels way more weird when someone's actually there. Anyway, that was day 3. I felt like I could finally breathe. So we'll see what the rest of the week brings, because you never know with rural medicine. And I've learned not to get too comfortable in these gigs. Anyway, it's time to tuck in, have my dinner, and also do some editing. And then hopefully get an early night, because I've been going to bed really late and not sleeping well, doubling up on the coffees and stuff, and that's never a good idea. I'll see you later. Okay, one final thing before I go to bed. I want to show you my actual bed. You might be wondering why there's no bed sheets on it, and that's because this mattress is the most lumpy, saggy thing I've ever slept on, and it's absolutely killing my back. I genuinely haven't had a good night's sleep in the last 3 nights because my back is just killing me. So I have relocated all the bed stuff to the floor on top of my yoga mat. It's extremely tragic. Probably one of the most tragic things I've done on a locum, but desperate times, desperate measures. Gonna try sleeping on the floor tonight. Hopefully my back hurts less. But that's the problem with some of these locums, is you come to some of these hospital accommodations and they're literally the oldest things you've ever been in. This mattress seriously needs updating. We'll try sleep on the floor tonight, and I'll see you in the morning and let you know if it worked. Good night. Good morning. I actually slept significantly better on the floor. It was a little bit hard and my hips hurt a little bit more, but my back is feeling way better. So yeah, probably gonna continue sleeping on the floor, as tragic as it is. It's day 4. I'm about to walk into work, but I'm gonna make myself a quick coffee first. That's a wrap for the week. 5 shifts down in 1 week. But in reality, it has been quite a good week. It's been interesting, it's been varied. I haven't felt too out of my comfort zone at any point. Definitely stressed, but all within my capability, all within my scope of practice. So it's turned out okay. But this week has been a bit of a reminder of the gamble you play when you're choosing to do rural medicine. Last week, complete chill. I literally was seeing less than a couple of patients a day some days. This week, more stressful at times, but also had its chill moments. But overall, it's been good. And I think I would actually come back here. I feel like my comfort zone is growing within medicine. It's been a wild ride, but now I'm very excited to go home. Good morning. It's time for me to pack and get my butt to the airport. About 40 minutes to the airport, should be on time. We're at the airport just on time. I need to get ready and go. I was hoping to get a really cute shot of me meeting my fiance at the airport, giving her a hug, but something came up, she won't be able to pick me up, so I just have to call an Uber, which is a little bit sad, but oh well. Okay, we've made it back home in the home studio, back in the comforts and the leisure of my own home. Looking forward to having my own bed, not sleeping on the floor, on a yoga mat. And yeah, it's good. One thing I was going to touch on quickly, I wasn't even sure if I was going to include this in the video, but it's been playing on my mind, which is that last night, my locum agent phoned me really late at like 9:30 p.m, which is quite strange. Just saying that the director of the medical services in the region had phoned him, explaining that he had seen one of my videos on some kind of platform and that he wasn't very happy with it, basically, that it was maybe inappropriate, unprofessional. It's kind of annoying because he dropped this on me on Friday night, was very non-specific about what the problem actually was, so I don't know how to address it or where to go from here. And I just have to wait until Monday morning. So I have to worry about it all weekend until I get an actual answer. I'm always very careful in my videos not to give away my location or give away anything that could identify a patient. And anything that I do, I make sure that it's in my own time. When I make my videos, it's in my own time. Yes, I do capture some clips of B-roll whilst I'm at work, but I always capture it of me, just my body in a empty room with no one behind me, as so it doesn't encroach in anyone's privacy. So I don't really know what's going to happen with that. I wasn't even sure if I was going to include it, talking about it in this video, because it's kind of irrelevant to what the topic of this video is, but I just had to get it off my chest. So maybe next week I'll tell you what's going on there, what's the lowdown going to be. Either way, it is what it is, and we'll just see what happens. Otherwise, I'm very happy to be home. It would have been nice if my fiance was here to share the moment with me, but she is arriving later tonight, so we'll hug and chill out together. We haven't seen each other for a couple of weeks, so I'm very much looking forward to that. We've kind of recapped on the week already. We've recapped on the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, the chill days and the not so chill days. The rural locum work is great, but like I said, it's always a gamble. FIFO doctor work is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and sometimes the chocolate's on fire. But the staff have been lovely. When the consultant was there, he was lovely, so supportive. So it has its ups and downs, but at this moment in time, I'm happy to take the trade-offs for the freedom, for the experience, for the ability to travel, for those times that I feel a little bit out of my depth or out of my comfort zone. And I was thinking the other day about coming home and how what I'm doing at the moment is almost like a reverse holiday or a reverse vacation, where I actually fly away to work and then I come home to rest. Whereas most people, they work at home and they go on holiday elsewhere. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my reverse holiday. I'm back home for a little bit of time. I've got some very exciting things coming up. I've got my first official podcast coming up next week. I'm delivering a presentation at a conference, which is combining my YouTube stuff and my doctor stuff. So I'll take you along for that too. It's all gonna be very exciting. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you next week.